A man is jailed in September for assaulting a woman and a 14-year-old girl. A judge rules that he poses a significant risk of reoffending. He is made subject to a sexual harm prevention order. He's been in Britain only days, having crossed the channel illegally. His victims are traumatised. The public is rightly alarmed. The state, therefore, has a solemn duty. Keep the public safe, uphold justice, ensure his deportation. Instead, the state quite literally opened the prison gates and sent him on his way. Hudush Gerbersalezi Kebatu did not abscond, he didn't deceive, he didn't overpower guards. He walked through the front door because HMP Chelmsford could not distinguish between a scheduled deportation and the immediate discharge of a dangerous offender. The incompetence is astonishing, the symbolism is worse, the bureaucracy is failing. Here was a convicted sex offender in a prison tracksuit clutching a plastic property bag, pleading with prison staff for direction. According to eyewitnesses' accounts, he tried 4 or 5 times to return inside. He told staff he ought to be deported. They told him to take the train. And off he went, confused but free. While his victim's father learned of the debacle from journalists, this is not justice, it is administrative chaos masquerading as a functioning system. 2 problems here. Problem number 1 is the prison failure in the first case, the fact that they let him out. Problem number 2 is the fact that the father of the victim only found out because of journalism. That the first call that they should have made, the first call that the prison service and the Home Office should have made was to the victim and the victim's family. It took 2 days, multiple police forces, public appeals, CCTV trawls, and sheer luck to find him again. He was finally arrested in Finsbury Park, calm, exhausted, and by then wearing different clothes. That is the only success story here. The police did their job, and the public helped. The failure lies elsewhere, and it's been years in the making. The Labour government inherited a criminal justice system that was already crumbling, but to pass the blame entirely backwards would be cowardice. Ministers now in charge spent a year promising competence, promising safety, promising control, yet this is the second high-profile embarrassment in a single week involving deportation procedures. So we now discover that more than 260 prisoners were released in error in the year to March 2025, a 228% increase. A collapse in training, a surge in inexperienced staff, a desperate system trying to juggle too many releases at once. Even former prison governors admit that safeguards simply failed at every stage. The union calls it a betrayal of victims and communities, the phrase that sticks in their warning that the public confidence is collapsing, and they are right. But confidence doesn't collapse by magic. It collapses when the state proves incapable of its very best responsibilities. Protecting women and girls, managing offenders, ensuring that a known danger remains in secure custody. Instead, we have a Justice Secretary expressing shock at a situation that is his own department presided over, and a Prime Minister ordering yet another inquiry. We will hear about reforms, extra checks, more paperwork, but the question the public asks is simpler. How was this allowed to happen at all? And behind the outrage lies another truth. Every such failure is political dynamite. Nigel Farage and Reform UK didn't create this mess. They exploit it. Every mistaken release, every cock-up at the Home Office, every sense that the system is overwhelmed feeds their narrative that Britain is broken and only they can fix it. Well, I'm not sure they can fix it. So far, Reform UK have never talked about building up. They've talked about more tearing down. Nigel Farage and his cronies, their approach to everything is to destroy Britain. Let's have Brexit. Destroy the Conservative Party, destroy the Labour Party. Let's move in on the waste ground that lays behind. When a delivery driver says that the situation resembles a Monty Python sketch, it's a black comedy with an electoral consequence. The point is that every single member of Parliament, every person elected to office in the Commons, is elected to support and help the state. And yet we have one group taking advantage of all the mess. Why are they not helping? If they can see the problem, why are they not helping? Why is Kemi Badenoch not helping? Her job is to support His Majesty's government in opposition. And the government's job is to put things right. Instead, the Labour Party is more intent on the next election. The Conservative Party is more intent on what happens after Kemi Badenoch departs. Reform is counting the days until 2029. None of the people who are elected to Parliament seem to be doing their job. Their job is to be ruling our country. Their job is to be representing the people who elected them. Instead, they're looking as if there is that the next election is on the doorstep, that the next election is already here, that they're already campaigning for the next election. They're interested only in themselves. That is not how you govern a country. That is how you manage a chaos. The victims, in this case, deserve better than this theatre. The public deserves better than this spin. And the frontline staff deserve better leadership than the endless parade of ministers who only discover the depth of the crisis when they read the headlines. In Kebatu's confusion, wandering from Chelmsford to Stratford to Hackney, he saw a metaphor for the entire system, directionless, overwhelmed, unaware of its basic duties. He's now back behind bars, he will be deported, but this is not closure, it is a warning. A civilized country cannot allow dangerous offenders to stroll out of prison because of administrative malfunction and hope that everything will be fine. This time, we were fortunate. Next time, we might not be. The question before the government is stark. Restore control. Restore competence. Restore trust. Or watch the public confidence evaporate into anger. Watch the nation dissolve into complete and utter chaos. It's already on the way. Because a nation that cannot manage custody and deportation cannot claim to be secure. And that is the true scandal of the Kebatu affair.